You know, when they were selling the broadcast rights for this fight, Usyk went to the Saudi Arabians and said, I want the rights to give it to my country for free. They gave it to him, and there will be an astronomical audience watching in Ukraine tonight.
As we take a look at the tail of the tape, same as it was last year. Alexander Usyk now 35, Anthony Joshua now 32. All the physical advantages go to Anthony Joshua. And now it's time to find out who will leave the true heavyweight champion. Let's send it down to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'll honor challenger and champion with their respective national anthems. Please remain silent. First up, the national anthem for the United Kingdom, God Save the Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem for Ukraine.
All good, bro. All good, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, from King Abdullah Sports City here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, this is the rematch the world has been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified heavyweight championship of the world. Presented in partnership with the Ministry of Sport, in cooperation with Skill Challenge Entertainment, Matchroom Boxing, K2 Promotions, in association with U6 17 and 258 Management. Broadcast live on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN, and sponsored by JD Sports. This contest sanctioned by the IBF, the IBO, the WBA, and the WBO.
Full screen, bro.
The officials at ringside, timekeeper Joel Capozano Jr. The three judges scoring this contest. From the United States, Glenn Feldman. From Ukraine, Viktor Feshenko. From the United Kingdom, Steve Gray. And in charge of the action at the bell inside the ring, working for the 189th time in a World Championship contest, Veteran referee de Puerto
Why is this
Rico,
thing up,
Luis
bro? When the
Pavon.
fight starts, I'll make it
And
bigger.
now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are ready, the fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So
Make it
for
bigger,
the
bro.
thousands
Chill, bro.
in attendance and the millions
My God,
watching
bro.
around the world from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen,
Doesn't he not even subscribe,
let's
bro?
get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting
You
out
wanna
of
make
the
it
red
bigger,
corner,
everyone that streams,
with his head
subscribe right
trainer,
now.
former world
Subscribe
champion
if you wanna make
Robert
it bigger.
Garcia, wearing black and officially weighing in at 110.9 kilos or
If everyone on the screen could
254 and a
subscribe,
half
I'll make it
pounds. He captured Olympic gold, and since becoming a professional, his record stands at an excellent 26 fights, 24 victories, including 22 big wins by knockout. He has 2 defeats, and he is the fighting pride of London, England, and the United Kingdom, the former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner,
Bro, really, bro?
wearing the colors of Ukraine, white, blue, and yellow. Official weight, 100.5 kilograms or 221.5 pounds. This Olympic gold medal champion now has a perfect record as a professional. 19 fights,
Bro,
19
Tiger, bro, you're really
victories,
about to get
13
banned, bro.
wins by
I'm telling you,
knockout,
bro.
fighting for and representing the sovereign
joking,
nation
I'm joking,
of
bro.
Ukraine, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, the reigning, defending, undefeated, unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
Bro, Joshua's really about to get put in a pack right now, bro. Joshua's about to get put in a pack.
Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. Let's have a clean match, okay? Good luck. God bless you.
3 years ago, Anthony Joshua was right here on Saudi soil, attempting to win back his titles and reclaim his status as a top heavyweight. He was successful that night, but you can make the case it was the spoils that come with being a champion that beat Andy Ruiz as much as it was Joshua. This time, AJ has a strong, talented, and focused Alexander Usyk in front of him. Anthony Joshua can't just be good to win this fight. He's going to have to be great.
Round 1. The heavyweight championship of the world on the line.
Oh,
Alexander
everyone,
Usyk.
Drop a like on the video.
The
Drop a like
southpaw
on the
in the
stream if you
colors
want to
of
make it
Ukraine.
bigger.
Anthony Joshua in the all-black trunks, just like his boxing idol, Mike Tyson.
In the first fight, Usyk came out very aggressive, was able to back Joshua up right away using that lateral head movement and straight left hands right down the middle.
Well, Usyk said earlier this week, he acknowledged, listen, we've had almost a year to study one another again. It might look a little bit different.
There are also advantages, if you're Usyk, to being able to fight an opponent like Joshua after tasting his power for the first time. It reminds me a little bit of how Canelo Alvarez fought Gennady Golovkin the second time. He was a little more cautious the first time around. 12 rounds of experience with Golovkin enabled him to be more assertive in their second fight.
Well, I will say in the opening minute here, guys, Joshua looks a little less reactive to all the movement and the feints of Usyk. He's not mirroring Usyk quite as much as he was in the first contest, at least in the opening minute.
You know, conversely, though, Corey, this fight is once again being fought in the center of the ring, at least in the first minute and a half of the first round. That is an area that Alexander Usyk wants this fight to be.
The jab gets through there from Usyk.
The major difference I see already is that Anthony Joshua is bending his legs. He's changing levels much better than he was in the first fight, where he stood very tall and was in range for straight left hands.
Bit of a quiet start here through the opening half of the opening round.
You know, one area Joshua was successful in the middle rounds of the first fight was body shots. That's the best way to slow down the movement of Usyk.
That's the second body shot that he's thrown this round. Just as you said that, Chris.
Yeah, that right hand to the body landed from Joshua. A couple of jabs have got through from Usyk. There's perhaps the first left hand to break through the guard of Joshua.
Joshua being very smart, very economical with his punches, fighting long, throwing right hands to the body and upstairs, but also keeping that up and down movement.
Jab lands from Usyk a moment ago. There's that up jab of Usyk. He can throw it from angles, Chris Algieri, that other fighters just can't.
Absolutely. One, it's being for him being a southpaw, having that right hand, that lead jab in front, but also the fact that he's such a loose-shouldered fighter. That front hand is so free-flowing.
Final 10 seconds of an interesting opening round. Joshua trying to make adjustments, but Usyk maybe getting the last word with that left hand.
Oh, it's not looking good for Joshua right now, bro. Not gonna lie to y'all, bro.
Deep breath.
Oh, he's scared, bro.
Deep breath.
We need more presence in the center of the ring, okay? We need to use that jab a bit more, okay? Also, the double jab, yeah? And switch on, Tom. Switch on. Give me that rhythm. You got that rhythm, okay? You got that rhythm.
Better rhythm, yeah?
Very tactical opening round for these two heavyweights. We see that up jab. I said that Usyk has a very free-flowing lead hand. He's very creative with that shot, often leading you to think that that hand's coming and then drops that left hand down the middle. We didn't see a lot of left hands in that round, but that right hand was busy.
So you learned something there in the corner. Angel Fernandez is operating as the chief second. He is the man in the ring. Robert Garcia, you could see him in the picture there, but he is outside the ring operating as a trainer.
Round 2 underway. Of course, Angel Fernandez, the holdover, if you will, from the old Joshua camp.
And that corner is something that bears watching too, because while Robert Garcia and Angel Fernandez have talked about them being in lockstep throughout this training camp, they have very different training backgrounds, and I'll be curious to see if they're in sync when it comes to the advice.
Speaking of in sync, you heard the word rhythm in the corner. Anthony Joshua is showing fantastic rhythm so far. He's got his level changes. He's moving side to side. He landed a very good straight right hand to the body to open this round.
And what I haven't seen from Usyk yet is kind of unleashing that straight left hand that had success against Joshua in the first fight.
Joshua's been elusive. I wouldn't normally think of him as an elusive fighter, but he's brought a new level to his game tonight.
Joshua jabs back down to the body. Usyk trying to get his jab working. That lead hand is always working for Usyk, but Joshua able to come over the top of it and now digs a left hook to the body right along the belt line and a right hand down the middle from Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, that body shot set up that overhand right.
Two punches that were really lacking in the first fight from Anthony Joshua were the left jab, which he didn't land many of. He landed one earlier, and that left hook to the body. Putting those in combination is a great idea for Anthony Joshua.
Joshua just missed with that left hook a moment ago. Perhaps you can speak to this. The posture of Joshua seems a little bit different in this fight. You mentioned the knee bend, but just overall, he seems to be approaching Usyk much differently.
Absolutely. He's being more aggressive. He's being more heavy on that front foot. He's being the bigger man, but also staying low is helping him stay out of range of those shots. There's that up jab again.
Joshua wise to come right back with a jab of his own.
Joshua's putting a lot of physical pressure on Usyk this fight. Very different than the first fight, where Usyk was really the man who's putting on the pressure, both mental and physical.
Yeah, and he's shown good commitment through these first two rounds of making sure he's making contact with the body of Usyk, making him think that those body shots are coming.
You know, one constant in the career of Alexander Usyk is that no one has yet been able to lead the dance with him. There have at least been portions of these rounds so far where Joshua is the one making Usyk do something that he isn't deciding to do.
Yeah, Usyk is having to work very hard right now to stay in this fight. Beautiful right hand
down
over
the
the
middle
top.
there from Joshua. Final 10 seconds of an excellent round for
Bro, what? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Alright, boys, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna try and sort this out, yeah? Eh, bro, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix it, bro. Dang, bro. I've really gotta shut down the stream like that, bro. Yeah. Refresh.
Method of attack.
Go!
Well, I think you pointed this out
Hey,
as
yo,
well.
we back,
Chris
we
Algieri,
back,
which
we
is that,
back.
you know, when people
Oh, is this shit? HD1 works. Apparently HD1 works. But it's not working.
Corey, you know, Robert
Sorry,
Garcia was a phenomenal
we back.
boxer puncher as a champion himself. And just because he was known from training Bam Bam Rios, he's got a different kind of athlete in front of him now in Anthony Joshua.
you're seeing the athleticism of Anthony Joshua in the early going here, the ability to make adaptations to his game.
Can't make
See
it.
the weight out on the front foot, changing levels now with Usyk, and look at Joshua with the head movement getting out of the way of the jabs of Usyk.
Excellent rhythm from AJ thus far, keeping that slight tick-tock and up and down movement.
Joshua said that the key for him in this fight is to worry about what he's going to do offensively and not be so concerned with what Usyk's doing and how he can react to it.
I tell you what, again, a lot of it has to do with Anthony Joshua, but I'm a little surprised that Usyk has kept that left hand holstered as often as he has.
Usyk lets go of that
But
left
I
hand.
can't
One of
make
them
it
lands,
bigger,
one of
bro.
them
I told you,
sails
man.
past the body of Joshua, but Joshua now looking for a big uppercut, but he gets met with the left hand that you were calling for, Chris Mannix. Usyk starting to flow with his combinations a little bit more here.
You're already starting to see the adjustment from Usyk. He's starting to up the punch output. He's upping his lateral movement.
Usyk is one of those fighters, too, whether it's a Lomachenko or a Terrence Crawford. They collect data in the early rounds of the fight. They see how a guy is going to fight you and make adjustments accordingly.
Good right hook moments ago landed by Anthony Joshua.
Oh, left hand comes through the guard of Anthony Joshua as round 3 comes to a close.
Take deep breaths. Yeah. We're 3-0. All right? Breathe. Take deep breaths. Take deep breaths. Take deep breaths. How about you? One more. How do you feel? Okay. How you feel? We need the double jump.
Here we see that right hook I'd mentioned toward the end of the round there from Anthony Joshua. Great variation to the right hand, something I thought he needed to do more of in the first fight.
Oh,
Instead of just throwing the 1-2 down the middle, that looping right hook around the glove is working very well so far.
Okay, champ, you know, you back him up pretty easy. He's right there for the right hook, okay? But it has to be after that double jab. Double jab, sometimes triple jabs, and then the right hook, all right? You're winning every round, champ.
Be clever.
Okay?
Joshua, as he has for all 3 of the rounds thus far, waiting till the last moment to step off his stool. Interesting in the corner of Joshua as well. One of the party lines from Joshua's new camp and Robert Garcia has been positivity all the time. Trying to instill in Anthony Joshua, take some of those old tactics and bring them to Alexander Usyk tonight. Very upbeat corner for Anthony Joshua, at least to this point.
A little more assertiveness from Usyk over these last couple of rounds. You can see him start to settle into this fight.
Like you said, Chris, he's got that analytical mind, and you see him collecting the data, starting to get that right hand going a little bit more, starting to land that left hand, finding his angles like that.
A little more bounce in the step of Usyk as well, who comes right through the middle with a left hand.
I love the way how Usyk will throw away his lead hand to land his left and punches to where AJ's going to be, not where he is. Nice up jab from AJ there. He's actually learning tricks from Usyk as he goes.
Joshua looking for that uppercut to the body. He's had some success throwing that right hand downstairs. Throws that one to the gloves of Usyk a moment ago, but Joshua just generally looking more threatening than he did in the early stages of the previous fight.
Aside from his posture and moving forward, I think that has a lot to do with his balance. He definitely seems much surer on his feet, and I think getting lower, using those legs has been a big benefit for AJ and his power punching.
Good left hand there from Usyk. Now tries to wrap one around the guard of Joshua.
You know, I would say this. I mean, Joshua has had success in the early part of this fight, but the real estate this fight is taking place in, it's almost identical to where it took place in the first fight, right near the middle of the ring.
Well, in the middle of the ring, they traded some shots, and Usyk landed a good right hook.
Usyk actually put together a nice series of punches, a straight left hand to the pit of the stomach and a right hook up top. Anthony Joshua answered with a right hook himself.
Both men go to the body. Usyk tries to come over the top of the left hand.
That's the second big adjustment I've seen in this fight, is the fact that Joshua is answering every combination that Usyk throws. He did not do that in the first fight.
Hard left hand down the middle from Usyk once again. This is high-level heavyweight boxing.
Deep breath. Hold on, come on. Take deep breath.
Here we see, as I mentioned, Usyk uses that right hand as a throwaway to mask that left hand that he throws down the middle, through the guard, and around the corner. He's a master at utilizing that right hand to land his rear left hand. There's that beautiful head movement and an answer again. Slips to the outside, jabs over the top, gets away without taking a receipt. Very, very smart, beautiful movement, which looks a lot like what Usyk was able to do in the first fight.
Very not round 8 or 9.
And as we begin round 5 of a back-and-forth fight, Chris Mannix, your scorecard certainly reflects that.
Yeah, I've got it 2 rounds to 2, even up through 4 rounds of this fight. The key right now for me, first 2 rounds, Usyk kept that left hand pretty much cocked, not throwing it with any type of repetitiveness. Last 2 rounds, started to let it go a little bit. And look, Joshua is trying to make it more physical, but this is still a boxing match. And all we heard all week long, even from members of Joshua's team, is that he can't win a boxing match. I'm curious to see if at some point he tries to make this a more physical fight.
Well, he offers a big sweeping right hand there, caught on the left glove of Alexander Usyk. And part of the issue of dealing with Usyk, Chris Algier,